Joanna from Tarot with Joanna, here to do another reading. Hello, hello, hello. So Gemini, in today's reading, I'm going to give you two of the Denise Lynn Oracle cards. Do your reading and then clarify it. Just wanted to give you a heads up that I do have a Facebook group and Facebook Lives every other Wednesday. So if you would like to join and receive a mini reading from me and my other two colleagues that are there, you are definitely very welcome to come in. So you will be able to see me, you'll be able to see who I am, and you'll be able to get a free reading, a mini reading, but you know what, it's something that you can ask about. All right, so Gemini, let's do this. Take what resonates with you and leave the rest. This is going to be for Gemini for their highest good, Spirit. Two cards for Gemini. Wow, okay. So Gemini, you have distant thunder, clear the air. So, definitely, I feel like maybe sometimes, maybe there's some kind of arguing, or maybe you have some kind of guilt, or whatever it is. It doesn't have to be anything, maybe you're just feeling like, you're still holding on to a lot of the energy of what was in the past. I feel like you need to really go within and try to, try to clear your mind, because I feel like you need to find that peace within you. Wow. Okay. And then you have taking shelter. The answers are within you. Definitely. The answers are definitely within you. I feel like if you would go in and reflect and find that peace within you, or just take a breather, go outside, do some breathing exercises or whatever, just to clear your mind. I feel like you will, or ask our Lord and Savior, or whoever you pray to, for the answers that you're looking for. You will definitely find the answers that you're looking for, and He will give you a guidance. If you ask, they will give you. They give you the guidance that you need. So just remember that. All right. So Gemini, take what resonates with you and leave the rest. This is for Gemini for their highest good. Gemini, Gemini, Gemini. One for the current. This is for Gemini. One for the situation. One for the past or now. One for the what's hidden, the hopes and fears, what you need to do now, what you need to work on, and the outcome. At the end of the tarot reading, you did get the High Priestess. Really trust your intuition, okay? Really focus on opening up your intuition also. I feel like you are definitely going on a new path. I feel like there's opportunities around you. I feel like you need to put your energy into something that you want to do and create. But I feel like you need to slow down, because you try to do everything for everyone. And I feel like you need to just take a minute for yourself. Wow. So you start off with the Nine of Pentacles here. The Nine of Pentacles is definitely saying that, you are definitely independent. You know how to work on yourself. You know how to make wise decisions. You didn't get here by no reason. You're definitely, you really take your time and think about what you're doing, and they're asking you to really trust yourself in the decisions that you have been making and been doing, the things that you have been doing, okay? You have the Seven of Cups here. The Seven of Cups is definitely talking about making decisions, but they want you to be real with everything that's been going on in your life. Be real about these decisions, about what you're about to do, and what you can do and what you cannot do. You have the King of Swords here. They want you to really start focusing to speak what's on your mind. When the King of Swords shows up, he stands in his power. He speaks his truth. But be careful on how you're speaking your truth. Really try to be careful on using harsh words or being harsh towards anybody. You do have the Six of Swords here. For the Six of Swords, you definitely are moving on to a better times. You're not taking the same thing over and over. You're not staying in the same place anymore because you want something different. You're tired. You just want to move on. You have the Knight of Wands down here, and the Knight of Wands is definitely talking about, moving very fast on things, really slow down on decisions, on things that you're trying to put out there, or decisions that you're making. Really be careful on that, okay, Gemini? You have the Devil card here for, I don't know if you could see it, But the Devil card is here for for what you need to do now. I feel like you need to stop doing the same patterns over and over and over. I feel like you could be feeling like you're stuck too. I feel like you need to take this time to move forward and to quit these patterns or these habits that you're doing. Like you continuously, I feel like there's, gosh, okay. So, I feel also too that there is like, you know, oh my gosh, I feel like, okay, there's something here about somebody, they're saying something about, being very controlled. Okay. And I don't know who that message is for, but stop trying to be so controlling towards people or towards anyone or towards somebody that you're close to. Don't get upset when you can't control it. Okay. That's for somebody. I don't like to say things like that, but that's what is coming out. So just really be careful with that. Also too, I feel like you could be feeling stuck for some of you guys, or, you need to break the pattern that's going on. You do have the full card for what you need to work on. You really need to be careful on how you're doing things, really be careful. This is a new path for you. So take it, but be cautious on what you're doing. Like don't rush into anything. Then you have the Queen of Pentacles down here for the outcome. The Queen of Pentacles, she knows how to create the money to do what she needs to do it, to get everything going, right? She's a multitasker. She knows how to do it, right? But the one thing that she doesn't do is doesn't take care of herself, and that's something you need to work on, Gemini. Wow. All right, so Gemini, take what resonates with you and leave the rest. This is for Gemini, 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 Gemini. All right, Gemini, let's see what's going on for you. Why is the Nine of Pentacles here? Wow, okay. So like I said, really trust your decisions, really trust on what you're doing, okay? Like really trust yourself. You didn't get to where you're at for no reason. So really start trusting yourself. You're very independent. You know how to do things. You're capable of making decisions also. But they want you to open up your intuition, to trust your intuition, your knowing. You have this inner power, but you still don't use it. And they want you to try to use it, okay? Still open up your intuition and trust your decisions and what you're trying to do. You have the Chariot here also, and I feel like you could be wanting to move from resident to resident. Some of you guys are going to be moving. And I feel like also too that you're moving forward from a lot of things that are going on in your life that, you've been tired and you're ready to move on to something new. And I feel like you will, definitely. Nice. You have the Seven of Cups here, and why is the Seven of Cups for Gemini? One more card. Wow. So, you want a lot of things. There's a lot of things that you want. You see this person, she up over her head, she wants this, she wants that, she wants to be successful, but she doesn't want to go through changes. She wants everything, she wants it all. But, the thing is that you have to be realistic with yourself, with everything that's going on in your life. You have the Five of Pentacles, and the Five of Pentacles is talking about that there are times that you think that you can't afford things, or, you feel like you're not going to have enough for everything, and you will. You've been shown that you always have more than enough, that, but you don't let that go. You still hold on to this Five of Pentacles, the disappointment in life, the feeling down, feeling isolated, feeling like you're by yourself all the time. And they're asking you that when you feel like that, you need to start going within, because I feel like you are looking for answers of why everything has happened the way it happens. And, if you would take the time to go within and meditate and find your peace and find that, and reflect on things, you would find out why for all the answers that you want to your questions, is what they're saying. But you got to do that. You got to stop trying to control things. You got to stop trying to rush into something. You got to take the time to slow down and really go within and reflect, because you will. You need to ask. You need to ask, the guides around you. You need to ask the divine that, hey, I'm looking for these answers. And trust me, they will give you the answers that you're looking for. You do have the King of Swords now up here for the pastor now. And I do believe that it is now. I feel like you're very stern. I feel like you need to start focusing more. You're very bold. But I feel like you need to communicate better. Like really watch your words and how you're using them towards anybody. Try not to be harsh and mean towards anyone. I feel like you just need to communicate better, but really speak your mind about things. There's one thing that you don't do is that you don't speak the truth. You need to try to speak. You hold it in, and you really need to try to speak that truth. You have the Six of Swords here. And why is the Six of Swords here for Gemini? Nice. All right. So definitely leaving something behind, which is very good. You see these people there. She just jumped in there. She doesn't care what she left behind. She's like, let's just go. I don't want to be here no more. I just want to go forward. And you will. You're going to better times. Better times are coming towards you. So it's good. This is something you're not seeing. They're asking you to really take the blindfold off of things. Okay. When you're making decisions, be objective, be real. Really see things for what they are, because that's what they want you to do. There is a decision here that you're going to be making very soon. And also, too, you have the Nine of Cups. Have gratitude for what you do have. Be grateful for the things that you do have right now. Stop living in the past and remembering the past. Be grateful for everything that you have. Like, oh, I have a warm place to sleep. I have a home that covers my head. I have clothes to wear. I have a washer and dryer that I can clean and wash my clothes whenever I want to. I have food to eat, because a lot of people don't have this. And that's what they're saying is like, really be grateful for everything. I'm grateful for what I did in my life, or what I had in my life, or what I have is, and that's what they're saying right now. Okay. Really be grateful, be content, see your accomplishments in life that you have made. You have the Knight of Wands here. Why is the Knight of Wands here? One more card. Wow. So you have the Knight of Wands here, and the Knight of Wands is definitely talking about really slowing down. Try not to rush into anything, your decisions. I feel like there's fast movement here, and you're just moving forward, so it's really nice. Find your strength, find your confidence. You leave the past behind, learn from the past. Find your courage to leave the past behind and just live in life. You guys, live in the moment, because I feel like you need to learn from the past. Like these lessons, everything that has happened in your life, use it as a lesson. Learn from it and just move on, okay, to something new, because you can. You are very strong-willed. You know how to handle things. You have that confidence, that courage to do what you want to do. And you also have the World card, and the World card is definitely saying that there is definitely a new path here. New experiences are coming through. Even though there's been a lot of conclusions, there's also new openings, new opportunities, and new doors there. So just know that. You have the Devil card for what you need to do now. And why is the Devil card here for Gemini? One more card. One more card. Wow. Okay. So with the Devil card, I do feel like there is some kind of temptation or habits or even patterns that you continuously go back in, okay, that you keep continuously doing. They want you to move away from all that. They want you to do something different, to leave whatever it is that's keeping you stuck, whatever it is that's making you all these habits or these patterns that keep you continuously repeating the cycle over and over. Okay, so they want you to really let that go. I feel like you have a lot of like you want, and I don't want to say greed, but I feel like you want a lot of the material success. You want abundance to come in, and I do too, right? Everybody does. But there's a point in your life that you need to be content with what you have. Yes, everybody wants more. But what they're saying is that, be grateful for what you do have right now, so more can come in. Because when we're grateful for everything, you know, more things tend to come in. You know, you know how to make things happen. You know how to create things. You know how to have that material success. And I feel like there are times where, you're just like thinking about the money. You're thinking about, oh, I just want that. I want that abundance. I want that money to come in. I want this to come in. And why? And it's always so focused on your money. And I feel like you need to really shift that, because that is one of the habits that keeps coming out. The something that's weighing you down is that, because when you constantly worry about where your finances are going to come in, it's going to stay there. That's stagnant energy. That's energy that's just like going to stay there, because that's all you're thinking about. You're not thinking about, going outside, or, happy times or happy memories. You're thinking about just that. And they want you to move away from that. Nurture yourself. Like, yes, we know that you know how to do this. We know that you can make any money. We know that you know how to save money. We know that you can do this. But the thing is that, you need to start taking care of yourself too. It's not just about this. And even though everybody will say, well, yeah, it is, there's also life out there, there's also stuff that you need to enjoy for yourself, because you have the Queen of Pentacles here twice. And, she's sitting there and she's enjoying herself. And that's something you need to do. Enjoy your life, spend some money to go do something, to take a trip, to buy something for someone, to do this, make other people happy if you can. Make yourself happy is what they're saying. Okay. You have the Fool card. And why is the Fool card here? One more card. Wow. Wow. So they want you to let go of anything that has been keeping you down, right? You have the Four of Pentacles here, but you start off with the Fool. So there is a new path here for you. So just be cautious on how you're doing things, okay? Really be cautious on how you're doing things. Try to let go of that past, even though it's hard for you. I feel like at times, you hold on a lot to the past, or to the money, to abundance that you have. But, it's like they're saying, hey, do something for yourself. Enjoy this new path. Enjoy this new path. You're going to have more than enough for everything that you want. But you just need to find that courage to use some for yourself or for somebody else, like to make something, put your energy into making other people happy. Put your energy into trying to make yourself more happier. There's nothing wrong with spending a little bit of money on yourself, or spending some kind of abundance, to make you happy. Go buy something that you really wanted for yourself, instead of holding on to that money or holding on to the past, because, oh, if I spend this money, I'm not going to ever have anything for myself. You think like that all the time. Everyone thinks like that. But the point is that, we're not going to be around for a long time. We never know when is our last day. So they're saying, enjoy your life, savor the moment, enjoy the time that you have right now. See the light and be the light is what they're saying. Be happy, whether it's just you or with somebody else, be happy, be the light, be content with what you have, enjoy yourself. Wow. And then you have the Queen of Pentacles here. And why is the Queen of Pentacles for the outcome? Wow, nice. Very nice. Then you have the Queen of Pentacles. Like I said, take it easy and really enjoy your life, Gemini. Really enjoy it. It's okay to spend money. You do everything for everybody else, so spend some for yourself, okay? I do feel like you still need to take it easy and nurture yourself. I feel like, you do everything, for the things that you want, and your money will grow. But remember, you have to have that gratitude. You have to, be happy with life is what they're saying. I feel like you're going to know how to handle things. I feel like, because the King of Cups is here, I feel like you really need to just slow down and really really be careful on how you're communicating, okay? Because that's what they're saying also. Try not to be in your feelings all the time. Try not to be like, the victim, or you're always hurt, or, really just like move away from all that nonsense or the negativity. Think things in a positive way, because there are good things here. You're definitely moving from all these emotions that you have within you, that are not good for you. Thinking of the past, or the things that have happened, or feeling like there's not that much. You're definitely moving forward from that. Okay, so that's good. I like that. Very nice. All right, so Gemini, I hope you enjoyed this reading. Don't forget to like and share, and I will see you next time. God bless.